INFY's ADR fell 0.96%, overnight a sharp warning sign for Indian technology stocks. Source: NYSE ADR Trading. By 09:15 IST, you will know which signals demand your attention before making any market move. Let me set the stage with a quick story. Imagine opening your trading app at 9:15, only to see INFY's, WIPRO, and HDFCBANK in the red from the very first minute. This happened before global cues sent a ripple through Indian markets, and the rest of the session followed the same cautious tone. Today, U.S. trading in these stocks is sending early signals again. In this briefing, I'll cover the global mood, live Asian markets, and 3 Indian stocks you need on your watch list. Think of this as your pre-market checklist for the first 30 minutes after NSE opens. Wall Street closed on a careful note. The Dow Jones fell 0.85% to 53,885.1, the biggest drop among the 3 major U.S. indexes. This shows investors overseas are worried and less eager to take risks right now. The S&P 500 slipped 0.18% to 7,709.96. The Nasdaq fell 0.06%, closing at 26,348.35. While the main U.S. tech index hardly moved, signals for Indian IT are coming more directly from ADRs, which we will look at in a moment. The Nifty 50 finished yesterday at 24,636 rupees 0, almost unchanged, up just 0.05%. This flat close means today's opening direction may rely heavily on signals from abroad and from key stocks. Provisional FII flows were net rupee 17.86 crore overnight. That is a small negative, but not big enough on its own to push the session either way. The global mood, for now, is cautious, not completely negative. Right now, Asian markets are open. The Nikkei 225 is down 1.29% at 64,834.77. The Seng is down 0.28% at 25,459.06. Japan's bigger loss is weighing down sentiment across Asia. Hong Kong is into the red too, but not as sharply. If you watched the January dip last year, you remember how quickly a sharp move in Japan made Indian traders nervous. Today looks similar. The main takeaway: global risk appetite is weak, but not collapsing. That's why the signals from each Indian ADR matter most to us this morning. INFY saw the biggest move among Indian ADRs. Its ADR dropped 0.96% to $12.36 on the NYSE last night. This is a direct negative signal for INFY ahead of the NSE Open. WIPRO's ADR fell 0.5% to $1.99. HDFCBank's ADR slipped 0.34% to $23.77. These moves suggest a weaker start for all 3 of our watchlist stocks. Not everything is negative. ICICIBank's ADR actually rose 0.26% to $30.48. DRREDDY's Laboratories ADR dipped just 0.25% to $12.11. So, the big message is mixed, but technology stocks like INFY's are clearly facing pressure. INFY's ADR fell 0.96% overnight to $12.36, which acts as a clear warning for the NSE Open. Remember the 2022 session when a big fall in INFY's ADR led to traders selling quickly at home, only for the stock to find buyers later in the day? ADR moves are helpful guides, not guarantees. Today, the key number is INFY's first traded price after 09:15 IST, and how the stock behaves. Does it stay weak or find its footing during the first 30 minutes? As always, domestic flows can change things quickly. Let us now compare with WIPRO. WIPRO's ADR slipped 0.5% overnight to $1.99. This points toward a softer start for WIPRO on the NSE. But as we saw during last quarter's earnings day, WIPRO sometimes reacts to ADR signals for just a few minutes and then moves differently as domestic flows take over. The only numbers you need: that first NSE traded price at 09:15 IST and whether WIPRO drops further or starts to recover in the opening half hour. Stay alert to the initial trend, but remember the ADR is just one clue. Last on today's watchlist, HDFCBANK. HDFCBank's ADR fell 0.34% overnight to $23.77. The message is for a mildly weaker opening today. Recall July last year, when HDFCBank's ADR was weak, but the stock gained by the afternoon as local buyers stepped in. The opening direction is just the starting point. For the first 30 minutes, watch the first NSE traded price after 0915 ist and how the stock holds above or below that opening level. This ADR move is less severe than INFY's S, so expect a smaller effect but watch carefully. Now, let us summarize simple checks for the open. First, watch how the Nifty 50 opens versus yesterday's close of 24,636 rupees 0. In the first 30 minutes, check whether weakness spreads across sectors or stays concentrated in it and selected stocks. Second, compare each watchlist stock's opening with its ADR move. INFY's has the strongest negative Q, then WIPRO, then HDFCBank. Don T. Just note the opening price, watch whether each stock stabilizes or continues the early move. If you found this briefing useful, hit like, share your stock focus in the comments, and subscribe for tomorrow's update. This video is for educational purposes only and is not investment advice. Please consult a SEBI-registered financial advisor for guidance suited to your personal needs.